Good morning. I think I'm going to have to talk about individual liars who give Americans the wrong information about what our law is and how to resolve that law. I'm going to have to identify them and go one by one, and possibly I'll be able to reach people so I can teach some people what law is in the United States. There is no such thing as law. So the controlled opposition guy who may or may not know that he's lying for today is Russell J Gould or something like that. Russell J Gould, with extraneous nonsense tossed into his name. Now, this guy has some bizarre notion about something called past syntax grammar. And evidently that plays into law in his deranged mind. And it's something he wants to sell to you as a method of achieving something. I don't know what he plans to achieve by capturing flags or becoming postmaster general, but the fact remains that the bankers and attorneys are still running our country, abusing and usurping our position as the authorities. We, the people, are the authorities. And I don't know everything Russell J. Gould says, but I don't think he tells people that. That's all that matters. Russell J. Gould goes into courts. I just watched part of one of his videos and heard that from him. That's an act of treason to go into a court in the United States. You're aiding and abetting our enemies from the British Crown, the 1.3 million enemy attorneys who work as spies in the United States for the British Crown. Does Russell J. Gould understand that? If he doesn't, he should come talk to me. I'll be polite to him. I'm not going to call him names. The man is misinformed, to say the least. He could be a liar, but I don't know that. All I know is that he is not presenting the truth. You cannot use courts in the United States because you're giving in to our enemies and letting them do whatever they want to destroy our freedom. Courts have no standing in the United States. We, the people, are the only ones who have standing in matters of law. In the United States, freedom is law. There is no other law. We abolished all other law on July 4th, 1776. And as I said in my video from last night, you could try to argue with me. You can't win, but you could try. And when you see how stupid you are, that will make you smarter. And that will be a good thing. Then you will understand what law is too. Law is the antithesis of freedom. Freedom is the rule. We should use the word rule when referring to it, and not the word law. Law is something that was created by Satan 50,000 years ago to control humanity. Whether you excuse me, I've been sick. Whether you believe it or not, Satan is still hanging around, running the bar, the British Crown. He thinks he runs the United States. He has 1.3 million servant attorneys who help him do that. And he has a whole bunch of bribe-lying scumbag politicians. And then he has some bankers who also are associated with the British Crown. And they're the ones who steal all our money from us. They steal our labor, they turn it into money, and then they steal the money. What the United States should have had was a country with no money. We could have used gold and silver specie, or coin, like our founders wrote down in the Constitution. And we did use it for quite a while, and we were good with it. We didn't have inflation like the Federal Reserve gives us now, where houses go from 40,000 in the early 80s and now cost over $1 million. That's insane. Salaries haven't gone up that much, unless you're maybe a government employee who are now losing your job, or unless you're an attorney or another kind of professional thief who has your stealing written into law as legal, which attorneys do, and which banks do. It's legal for banks to rob everyone, and it's legal for attorneys to rob everyone. But nothing attorneys do is legal, because there is no such thing as legal. There's no such thing as law, and that's what nobody knows. That's how we were brainwashed. Now, I know that Russell J. Gould can read. He can read the Declaration of Independence, and he can understand the words that say, "We were absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown." Those are simple words. Now, a lot of people don't know what the British Crown is, but you can look that up and you can find out. It's a secret society of bankers, attorneys, and other degenerate scumbags who want to control humanity and keep us enslaved. Well, we the people set ourselves free in 1776, and I'm still free, because you can't control my mind. Never. 71 years they've been trying to control my mind. They haven't made a dent in it. I'm still the highest authority in the United States. Yes, I am. I'm the authority on law. I'm the authority on all matters in the United States, because I'm we the people. There are a lot of stupid fools who think they're we the people who associate with Democrats or Republicans. They even vote for Democrats and Republicans. I don't know if Russell J. Gould does this, but Russell J. Gould, through his words about going into court, tells you to associate with lawyers and play within the rules of their game. And you can't do that if you have any sense and an IQ higher than 70. You can't play games with lawyers. The rule of freedom says you have to throw the lawyers out of the country. Yes, you do. We already did it. We did it in 1706 and again around 1810 or 1819, somewhere in that range. Lawyers are still here because they're running a hoax on humanity, and Russell J. Gould is not telling you that, as far as I know. He's telling you to play the games. He's not telling you that we have a duty to throw off such government and stop the long train of abuses and usurpations. We don't need to capture any flags to do that. We don't need to use any stupid past syntax grammar or whatever the fuck that is. We don't need to be postmaster generals. We're we the people. There's nothing higher than we the people. There's no law above freedom. That's what matters. I'm the authority. If you want to know about law, you have to talk to me, because nobody else understands it. We the people are the law. Russell J. Gould is not telling you the truth. And people who follow him need to stop. Need to understand that the way to regain your freedom is to unite against the bankers, the fucking lawyers, the media, and the bribe-lying politicians. That's what we all have to do. That's our rule of law. Well, I'm sorry. We don't have a rule of law. That's our rule of freedom, the Declaration of Independence. You know, those pyramids that they show you about world control with a point at the top and it comes out to the wide part at the bottom. They tell you that you're leader at the top. Excuse me. And all of us at the bottom. Well, that's all propaganda. The pyramid they should show you is the right one, with the wide part at the top, the narrow part at the bottom. We the people are the ones at the top. In the U.S., 300 million plus of us. And the few at the bottom are our servants. You know, the scumbag judges, bribe-lying politicians, bankers. The criminals and the media. They're the ones at the bottom of the pyramid. We're at the top. We're the people. We're the authorities. We have the power to do whatever we want to do. And you don't know that. Because you've been listening to liars on the internet. And people who could be liars or could be idiots like Russell J. Gould. I guess it caught me back into videos when I got pneumonia last week. I wasn't sure I was going to be here this week. But I got some drugs from a doctor, and I'm slowly getting better. So here I am, and I got to start talking again because my words can't be seen any place I write them. That's what I've been doing. I write short essays and post them on Facebook, but nobody ever sees them. Once in a while, a friend looks at, clicks like, and, you know, that's that. But they don't get seen, so I got to start using the internet. I got to start naming all the people who aren't telling the whole truth. And I have to try to get people to understand the truth and how we win and get our freedom back. We can only do it by uniting. Not by playing any law games with any fucking lawyers. Lawyers are our enemies, all of them. I don't care if you're related to a lawyer. He, she, or it is your enemy. And I'm probably coughing too much to talk much longer. So I don't have a lot to say about Russell J. Gould, except that a lot of screwy people are following him, and they believe the things he's telling them. But none of what he is telling you matters, because nothing he's saying is getting you united to throw out our elected enemies. The bankers who own TV and all of the liars on TV. And all the other liars in the media who censor free speech from people like me. If you watch Russell J. Gould, you need to stop. You need to listen to what I'm telling you about law and how to take your freedom back. And you need to share my words, and you need to repeat my words in your words, so that everybody understands we the people are the highest authorities, and we can do whatever we want to do. No one makes rules for us. We are the absolute authorities on everything in our country. We stand above all people in government, all cops, all attorneys, all politicians. We stand above all of them. You need to embrace that attitude, and you need to do it today and start talking about it. Thanks for watching.